Hello guys, my name is Jazzy and this is my very first Sims video that I have ever made. And I'm super excited to share this with you. I'm just doing a quick little build of this functioning salon. It does work with this one mod that I just got. I do not remember the name of the creator off the top of my head, but I will link that in the description. Shout out to them for making this mod for the cosmetology career and like a functioning stylist kind of mod. So, just getting right into it, you can kind of see that I am very indecisive about specific things with my builds. I feel like a lot of content creators, um, you know, cut out a lot of things, which I do cut out some things here. And of course, I feel like they just really throw everything right together without like switching um, objects a whole lot, which that is not me. So if you do not like that, I kind of like test out different things with my builds. This may not be the channel for you. But you know, if you're willing to sit here and just watch my little creative process, I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you. But yes, so I am currently trying to figure out like a good window here to kind of open up the space. I am very all over the place with my builds, but I have been playing The Sims for a while now. I've been playing probably for easily like at least 7 to 10 years, I would say. The total time that I've been playing The Sims, obviously not just The Sims 4. Um, but I am putting up some half walls right now to kind of add a little bit of like depth and to add that little border on top of those spaces that I want. Um, and this is just like the little entryway to the salon. My initial plan was to put some plants up on those ledges there, but ultimately I did end up deciding to not do that, as you can see there. But wow, take a shot every time you hear me say or like, because I do say that a lot. But anyway, so yeah, just cycling through all these windows. I should have cut all this back and forth out, but well, it's fine. You get to see the little process here. So I ended up changing the accents to black, and I did ultimately make the whole building like this, that off-white kind of like cream color, with the concrete. I do like a lot of the walls and the items that are in the spa day pack, so I do use a lot of those items, as you will see there. um and this is me just adding some foliage. See, that's what I was talking about, the little planter idea, and then I just kind of like threw that idea in the garbage can in my head, I guess. But yeah, just adding some foliage there to kind of give it a little bit of life. My idea for the salon was to make it kind of a more high end, a little bit of a bougie salon, just a little fancy kind of thing. But you know, I was super excited when I saw this mod because I saw a TikTok about a mod like that, and so I looked it up and then I looked more into it, and there's a lot with it, and I have been super excited to play. So that's what really brought my attention to this and made me want to do this whole little like salon thing. Um just because I feel like they should have added an active career for a hairstylist in base game, but it happens. I hope that maybe in the future they can add something along the lines of that. Um but anyway, so I did add a little bit of grass in there, and of course you will see that I ended up kind of changing that up a tiny bit. I did end up like kind of fading out the grass and made it a little bit more like naturally blended. I had lots of different ideas with this whole build, okay guys? Like so many ideas. And then I did put the little sign from the spa day pack just because of course it's fitting. It's spa salons. I feel like they kind of go hand in hand for the most part. I was going to put these little accent stones, these little pavers in, but then I ended up not doing that, and that's when I kind of gave the grass an ombre effect, as you can see on the right. And now I am just currently working on doing the light fixture. I actually just found out that first light fixture went like on the bottom, medium, and then up. I thought it was just a straight line of lights. If you know, you know. Anyway, so I ended up doing these little kind of sconce things, and I think they're really cute. I think that they turned out well, and then of course I did end up doing the little nighttime test just to make sure that it illuminated properly. And then I did add some lights into that second floor there to kind of go through to the bottom floor, just to really give the place some high ceiling action. And I did want to be able to incorporate this big, fancy, swirly chandelier thing. I don't remember what pack that's a part of off the top of my head, but I absolutely love that chandelier, and I feel like I never used it enough in any of these builds. But I wanted to change that, of course. So, now moving on, I am working on the floors, and then I will be working on the walls. And now right off the bat, it does look very like bland, bleh, and that's why I do change a little bit around. At this very point in recording, I was consulting my boyfriend to see what he thought would work best with the vibe that I'm going for with this salon. um Ultimately, I did end up choosing like a white brick finish, as you can see here, and I really like it because it's kind of like a rustic but chic kind of appearance, and it's simple, but you can work with it. You can add some stuff in with it. So here's me just kind of playing around. Honestly, it took me like 10 years to work on the little check-in desk lobby area just because I was so indecisive about it, so I did cut the footage for that just a little bit. And here's me working on the styling stations. You can kind of see my creative process here. I kind of moved things around and just like I could not make up my mind. So eventually I ultimately ended up making them 3 spots wide. That way there's enough wiggle room for the stylists. And then I did end up putting some like full walls in between the counters, and then I did some big old mirrors. I was very indecisive about the mirrors because I do love the circular lit up mirrors there, but I decided to move those to a different part of the salon, as you will see in the future part of the video. I really like how those big mirrors just opened up the space, and I feel like they truly captured like the essence of a salon, if that makes any sense. And then I did put these other lights in just above the mirrors to kind of give it a little bit more luminescence. And then I was putting down the bathroom door. I changed the spot of this like 50 times. Just because I don't know, if I worked at a salon, I wouldn't want to be stuck with the styling station that's like right next to the bathroom door. But that's just me personally. I don't know. But for this specific venue type, I did have to fit 6 styling stations in there, so that's why I kind of squeeze things around and kind of move things specifically, that way I can fit all the styling stations that I really needed to. Nothing too exciting. There is some custom content into this build. I will put this build up in the gallery, but just so you guys know that there is some custom content, and if you are interested, I can fit all of that into the description afterwards if you guys end up showing any interest. But as of right now, I'm just going to kind of leave it as is. And I will also link my gallery ID in the description as well, if I can do that. I'm very unfamiliar with this whole process, and this is my first time really trying to put together a good Sims video. Anyway, I added some custom content sinks in there, and then I like on the counters, that is. Anyway, so I ultimately decided to do those specific sinks with the bowls on top as the hair washing sinks or the rinsing sinks, just because I feel like they look like the perfect hair rinsing sinks. And just me being indecisive, moving a million things around as I do. And so then I did end up squeezing in another stylist station right over here, just so that I could get the proper amount of stylist stations that I needed. I moved the window around just to kind of be able to squeeze more stuff in on that specific wall. I didn't want to make the windows too cramped, but I kind of like how they ended up looking at the end. And now that I think about it, I did forget to put a sink on that counter, but it's fine. That can always be fixed. So over here, I put some little like massage, like spa chairs, just an extra little filler for the space. And then you will see over here, I put some chairs solely for decoration for the hair washing sinks. And then I did start working on the little bathroom area for the clients to go into. I just made it a very simple little bathroom. Of course, like I said, I do really like those circular mirrors with the backlight. And then I put a cute little ottoman in there and just kind of gave it a little oomph, I suppose. But after this, I will show you the full tour of how it ended up looking after I was all done with it.